Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel. My name is Dolapo, and it's been a while. So today's topic is going to focus on tips on how to be successful as a social work student. We all know that if we're investing in going to school or we're investing in doing the business, it is important for us to be successful in that, right? No matter what we invest our money into. So going back to school is also an investment. Either you're getting a student loan or you're paying cash, is still an investment. So I'm going to be checking my phone notes so that I can keep on track. Okay. So the first one is to have a mentor, right? And have a relationship with that mentor. That mentor can be an academic, so it can be an instructor, it can be a professor. It can also be like a student as well. For example, let's say you are in your first year, your mentor can be in their second year or their third year or their fourth year, so that they are able to guide you through and give you advice for you to be able to finish your social work program successfully. Yeah. So this second one is to give back to community, and what I mean by doing that is it doesn't have to be monetary, like money. It can be like volunteering and participating with community development, research, and stuff like that. For example, you can be a research participant if you are qualified. Because I feel like research is also a way to gain knowledge as a participant, as well as to help with the study as well, to do an assessment of what is going on in the community, and then they are able to address, like you guys know, research is not done for fun. Research is done to create knowledge, to review policy and stuff like that. So make sure you get experience that is different from your practicum, that is not paid, like volunteering in food bank. I'm going to do another video on different places where you can volunteer, different areas you can volunteer in your community, and yeah. So the third step to being successful as a social work student is to be able to track your goals and your achievements. So that can be done by for example, when you apply for social work, I usually advise students to see the advisor, and they can print a, like, it's like your own program for you, with the classes that you're supposed to take to finish. In that way, you are able to see your timeline, like the classes you've completed, we mark it off. What grade do you want to get in that class, right? So you will write, like during my own time, I saw an advisor, they printed like one page for me, and that page, it was literally the classes that I've completed even before I entered social work. So I just like taped that paper on my wall that is facing my study table. So every day I'm seeing it and trying to see, my progress, and how many months is left for me to convocate, and if I'm making progress, and I can also see my GPA and stuff like that. So you can track your progress that way. In that way, you are able to have an idea of when you're going to graduate, when you're going to start looking for a job and stuff like that. Yeah. So you can also track your work experience as well, right? Making sure that when you're finishing your social work program, if you're in your third year, you are making sure that you're updating your resume if you want to put yourself in the market and work while you go to school to make some money, right? Yeah. So the fourth one is, I feel like the fourth one that I'm going to talk about is actually under, like, rated. Like, I feel like it's not, it's important to do it. It's important to do this. And this one is mean, like, even though you are a student, that doesn't mean you should just be studying, working. most students are working anyway. They are either working part-time or working full-time, and at the same time most students are also mom, they are also wife like me. When I did my master's, I'm a wife and stuff like that. So it is important for us to actually spend time with other things that is not school related. Having a date with your boyfriend, having a date with your spouse, having being a mom to your children and spending time with them to have a meaningful relationship with each other, and also time to also care for yourself, right? And to take that moment to relax. And because as a student, sometimes I feel like there's going to be a lot of sleepless nights, especially during the exam period, where you're busy studying, or there's a lot of your deadline for your paper is like close together, and you're trying to add all of them in. So as a student, pause and take time to take a break and take time to care for yourself. Yeah, that will give you energy to keep pushing, to the end. And yeah, so the next one I want to talk about is I kind of talk about it a bit before, is participating in research opportunities. So for example, research opportunities can be paid and it can be unpaid. It can be participating in research studies where you are offered an honorarium, right? Or you are volunteering with a professor to help with a community development research, or participatory action research, observation research, things like that. So make sure that you are open to research opportunity, because I really love research, because I personally believe that there's a different way of knowing, and research is also part of it, right? There's that different perspective of understanding social phenomenon, right? So another thing is, if you are doing your practicum, if you want to do a practicum, so you can also do a research practicum, and you can also do a field practicum. So field practicum is when you are working with you went to an organization, and maybe you went to a counseling agency, and you are providing counseling services. That is field practicum. So research practicum is when you are actually helping in coordinating the research studies. So I'm going to give you an example, and I think I'm going to do another video about my research practicum, because I did my first practicum was a research practicum, and I actually enjoyed it. So I'm going to do another video about tips to being successful while doing a research practicum. So research practicum is a bit different in a way that is different from the regular free field practicum, right? Where you are not necessarily seeing clients directly. It's kind of like indirect, research, social policy, and stuff like that, using different kind of research methodologies and design. So it's different, but it is enjoyable. Yeah. So the next point I'm going to talk about is, learning more than your curriculum, learning more than your classes for you to convocate, right? So if you are doing a 4-year degree, it is, you should know by now that you're supposed to finish 120 credit unit, right? Or 120 credit hours, which is, how many classes? So you're supposed to take five. So 30 credit units per year times 4 years. So most people have transfer credit from other universities if you do another. So I had another degree, right? So I did my own social work for I think 18 months. It is yeah, I think it's 120. Yeah, 120 credits. So if you've transferred some credit unit from other universities or institutions, then you don't have to spend the whole 4 years doing your social work degree. And of course, that depends on the university where you are doing your social work, as well as the university where you are transferring from. Um, so what I mean by being open to learning outside of your 120 credit unit is being open to, learning from taking like courses that is offered for free, right? Like trauma, child abuse, violence, mental health with immigrant and stuff like that. I remember when I was in social work as a undergraduate student, and I'm going to do another video on that as well. Okay, so you guys should look. There's going to be a lot of video coming up for you guys. Um, so there's a CTRI, Crisis Resource Institute, CTRI, Crisis and Trauma Resource Institute. They have a lot of monthly free webinar, and they also have monthly workshop that is free. So what I did is I always take them every month. Until I started working and I got busy. But at the same time, I'm still doing this. I'm still doing it. There's also like courses with organizations in communities that is webinar is online, or it is free through Zoom and stuff like that. So being open to opportunities, learning opportunities other than your four-year degree. And the reason why that is important is that your 4-year degree is not going to teach you everything you need to know about social work. It's not gonna it's gonna prepare you for the workforce, but there's still a lot to learn. There's still so much to learn. So for example, I'm working in mental health, and when I started working in mental health, I feel like I need to do a lot of um, training or studying in the area of grief and loss, right? So I did not take any course on death and die. I did not take any course on mental health, actually. Can you imagine? I'm working in mental health and I didn't take any course in mental health, like, and that class was an elective, right? I didn't get the chance to take it. So what I did is, when I was working, I registered for the class, and I actually did take it out of, my paid out of pockets. It's a lot of money, but I feel like it's worth it. So that's an example, being open to learning outside of your 4-year degree, because your 4-year degree is not going to teach you everything you need to know working with people. It's not going to teach you every situation. It's not going to teach you how to communicate or how to work with somebody that is in crisis, right? So there's need for you to learn and creating that door, opening that door to, opportunity to learn different opportunities. All right. So and that leads us into the next one, which is professional development opportunity. Basically, where you are able to taking programs for your own personal development. It can be presentation, it can be video that you post on your social media. It can be topic focus on trauma, right? Something that you get a certificate for, or you feel like it's very beneficial for you to learn, and you were able to add it into your resume. That it can also be like first aid course, right? There's that suicide assist applied suicide course. That's another example of professional development. And as you are taking those training and professional development courses, don't forget to add it to your resume. You also need to make sure that you're selling yourself through your resume, right? So don't forget to add it to your resume. Yeah. So I think that is the eight tips that I have to be successful in social work. Also doing your readings, as well as having good relationship with your instructor. I'm going to share my own personal story of how I was successful as a social work student in another video. There's a lot of video I've promised already, and so and I hope that this video is going to help you to navigate your learning experience as a social work student. So if you have any question, please ask in the comment below, and I'll be happy to answer you. in future videos, I'm going to be talking about social issue individually, like homelessness, poverty, mental health, addictions, and stuff like that. So please do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share my video if you find this video helpful. And thank you so much for watching my video, and until next time, bye bye.